Hi, so I'm Rebecca from Rebecca's Stitches, and I've come back with a knitting podcast. So it's been a while and I haven't had a lot of time for knitting, so I've got 2.5 finished objects. One of them unfortunately haven't got with me. So the first one I'll talk about is the Colour Craze shawl by Tammy Gore, and I was knitting that for my sister for her birthday. So I'll put a picture in of the finished shawl, and I've gifted it to her, and she really liked it. And she works from home, and she's been using it a lot to keep warm in her home office while she's at work. So yeah, I'm really pleased that she likes it, and I'm sure she'll get lots of use out of it. That's really good. I knit it up in using like a mini turnals. They were like 10 grams each, that I had from Beehive yarns. So yeah, and I used the mini set. It was a spring turnals mini set from her shop, and then I'd also got one of the turnals. It was called Storm, the blue colour. I also had a skein of that, so I used that to go with it, like as the main colour throughout, and then swapped the mini skeins a lot as we went along. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. I really enjoyed knitting it. I really love the brioche stitch. That was the first time actually I've used brioche. So yeah, I think I will definitely make another one, I think, at some point. And then the second thing that I finished is this Musselburgh hat, which I have knit in some hand dyed yarn. So I dyed the yarn myself. You see, it was it's 100%, well, this red bit, it's 100% Highland wool. It was like a zebra yarn that I've dyed. I tried to get a maroony colour because this hat is actually for my dad's 70th birthday, which is tomorrow as I'm filming, and I wanted to make him a hat for him to wear to the football matches. He's got a season ticket and he goes with my mum, and it gets quite cold. So yeah, and then this is also hand dyed yarn that I've hand dyed, but this is like a DK weights merino sock base. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't have another skein of the zebra to dye up 2 skeins, but it's fine. You can't see it at all when you're wearing it. So I don't know the measurement of my dad's head, but I have quite a big head, so I think this will fit fine. There's plenty of room in there. So yeah, hopefully he will appreciate it. I'm pretty sure he'll wear it with the brim turned up, and that's going to keep his head nice and warm. And then anyway, I think he's losing a bit of hair on top, so I think having the merino DK sock there might be less itchy than, say, because this is a little, it doesn't make me itch, but it's a little bit rough. So on his bald head, this might be a little bit softer and less irritating. So gifting that tomorrow. Obviously he's not going to be wearing it now. A, the football season's finished, and B, it is too hot at the minute to be wearing a hat. But I love this. It was the first time I've knitted the Musselburgh, and I love the fact that that you swatch and then you choose using their information. Gives you, based on your head size and then what your gauge is, tells you how to knit it up. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and I think there will be many more Musselburghs in my future. My previous knitting podcast, I'd been to the Yorkshire, the East Anglian Yarn Festival, and I bought a couple of Pom Poms for my girls, and I think I'm going to use this hat pattern to knit them a hat and then put their Pom Poms on. So yeah, that will definitely be used again, come September. I'm really pleased with that. Hopefully my dad will be. So yeah. And then the other was half finished is on my previous podcast I was talking about, I was doing a test knit for the woolly badger, and they're called the Sharalanda socks, and I have finished one sock. Here we are. Yeah, so the Sharalanda socks. So this is the first sock that I knit for the test for the test knit. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the other one done. I love the frill, and then it's basically stockinette with some eyelets in, and actually it's knit toe up, and this is the first sock I've ever knit toe up. And then I normally do heel flap and gusset. That's the only kind of socks that I've knit before, but this one used German short rows, and I really really enjoyed it. So I'll be interested to wear them all, to wear this type and then the heel flap and gusset, and see which ones fit my feet better. So this is in 4-ply sort of leftover yarn that I had, and held double with some mohair. So I guess that makes that a DK weight. And then I've done it like 4-ply mohair held together, which is like a DK weight. So you could, I guess, just use DK sock yarn instead of holding these together. Then it's also written up just to use a 4-ply sock yarn if you didn't want to do it DK weight. And it comes in, there's sizes, there's baby, toddler, child, teen, small adult, medium adult, large adult, up to XXL adult. So there's 8 sizes, which I think is pretty good for a sock pattern. So yeah, I've really enjoyed knitting on these. This is how far I've got with the second one. A little stitch marker I've got from Botanical Yarns. So yeah, hopefully I'll get those finished soon. It's just with the birthday knitting, my sock took a back seat, but I want to get this off my needles ready to pass on some like summery knitting makes I really want to get done. So yeah, and then the other main sort of work in progress that I've been knitting on is my effervescent pullover from the Pom Pom magazine. This one is the one I'm doing. So I've talked about it in my previous one. So I had to do some mandatory training at work, and I actually work clinically in a hospital, but mandatory training was, well, one of the days it was online, so I managed to get quite a bit knit up on this. So you start from the bottom, and so yeah, this is as much as I've got knit. It's like a cropped sweater, so I haven't got too much more to go, but I am like a very slow knitter, so I'm like knit English throwing, and like everyone talks about continental knitting being quicker, and I have sort of tried it before, but then I always like feel like it sends my gauge like really loose and it's not neat. So I think I might make a vanilla sock and just do it continental style and see how that goes, because the sock's not too bad. I could just rip it out, and it's not a big project to then be like, oh, I spent all this time knitting it and I'm gonna have to rip it back because my gauge is all, my tension is awful. Or I just don't know if I should just embrace my slow production in knitting. So yeah, this is how far I've got. Hopefully it'll at least be finished before the end of autumn, but this is going to be my main thing to knit on now. I'm going to try and concentrate on this. So that's my main sort of like whip that I've got going on, that sock. And then my next plans are, there's two things that I want to knit, but I think this one is what I'm going to do next, and it's also out of the Pom Pom magazine, the same issue. It's the where did I get it? The spring Pom Pom magazine, this one that came out this year. I'm gonna knit the cloud bow top, and it's knitting mohair on 6.5mm needles, and I just think that'll knit up really quickly, so I think that'd be quite a good one to do now. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to swatch for that, and I've got some Drops Kids Silk to try. I've never knit with this before. Obviously it's a bit more affordable. So I've got these two colours. So I'm going to swatch with both to swap over to see if I actually like the colours together, and if I'm not sure, I don't think they go together, I'll just buy more of the one colour that I like and knit that. So this is colour 36 and this is colour 41, and I got them from Wool Warehouse. Yeah, they do feel nice and soft. So yeah, that's my main plan that I'm going to swatch for next. And then I'm going to try not to have lots of things on my needles, just because I really want to get that effervescent knitted up so I can wear it. By the time I finished it, it'll probably be the height of summer and it'll be too hot. But yeah, I've never knit a full sweater before, so I really want to get that effervescent done because I think it's such a lovely design. So then my next part of the podcast, I guess, to talk about is I've got a few acquisitions. Oh, I thought I could do one of my children calling. So yeah, so the Pom Pom magazine, because it's their 10-year anniversary, they put out some like anniversary knitting notions to buy. So I've not got a swatch, a 10cm swatch guide for measuring your gauge. I have got a little, I haven't got it with me. Oh, actually I have, it's in this bag. When I went to East Anglian Yarn Festival, I bought a little 5cm one, but I really wanted a 10cm one. So yeah, 10cm, 4 inches, so I got that. And then they were also doing these little stitch markers. I really love the colours. So I bought these. We got purple and lilac and green, and then yellow and peach. So yeah, I thought they were really cool. So I bought those. You get loads of those, and they were Pom Pom and All Stitch Studio seamless stitch markers. So yeah, I got those, and then I got a bit of wool. So I watch a few knitting podcasts and everybody talks about Holstgarn wool, like they're super soft, and I follow them on Instagram and their price point is quite good. Sorry if you can hear my children, I had 3 of them and we've just got home from school on a Friday and it was ice cream Friday, so they've all eaten ice cream and now they're a bit crazy because it's the weekend. Yeah, so Holstgarn, and I ordered it from their website and it came like within a week actually, so it was really good. went straight through customs. I got emails of when they sent it, when it was in customs, when it was in England. So I was really pleased. These were in the sale because this is the Holscar Noble, which is their 95% wool and 5% cashmere blend, and they're like phasing it out because it's apparently it's hard to come by for this blend of wool, I think they'd said. So yeah, so it's like that. The reviews I've read people that have used the Noble, and they said it was really nice, and I was like, and for the price point, really wanted to try it. So yeah, so I got 6 of this colour, which is Vixen. It's probably a good, yeah, 6 of this, and it is 50 grams, which is 333 meters. And then I got 6 of this colour. There wasn't a lot of choice in the colours because obviously they just had whatever they've got left in stock. And this is Noble J. It's like a sort of a light denim-y sort of colour. It's like mild, really. See up close. That mild denim-y blue colour. So yeah, so now I've got to think what to make with these, and I think I'm going to make like a summer top, maybe like a short sleeved, like cropped sort of top, and then I think I'd also be able to wear it in the winter, like either with a cardigan or sort of layered over a turtleneck and long sleeves. So I think that'd be quite versatile. I've just got to decide on a pattern. So probably if I end up making it for like the summer, I think I'll probably use a blue colour. So yeah, really looking forward to trying these out. And like I said, like it came within a week of me ordering it, so I will definitely be using them and trying more of their different types of yarn. Just need to get through the stash at the minute really, rather than add any more yarn to it because I haven't got anywhere to put it. So yeah, those are my sort of knitting plans at the minute. Do have another pair of socks, which I think I showed on the previous podcast, a summerly pair of socks that also had like a frill around the top, and they were ankle socks, but because I've been knitting on the shawl and then knitting on my dad's hat, I haven't had time to work on those. So generally work on socks, like I take them and I'll knit on them like when I'm waiting for the kids to finish school and stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying to get my effervescent finished, I think, and like make a good chunk of progress on that this month. So yeah, thanks for coming back and for watching, and if you've got any questions or anything you'd like to comment on, also I have done a little video of what I did to dye the yarn for this hat, which I think I'll put out, because I quite enjoy watching yarn dyers on YouTube. So I had a little go at that. So yeah, I think I might put that up as well soon, my yarn dyeing adventures. Oh, so actually also I guess I could talk a little bit about like this yarn that I used here that I dyed was actually in a yarn dyeing workshop that I did online via Zoom in lockdown, and it was with Laura from Adventures in Yarncraft. She ran a couple of classes. I'm not sure if she's still doing them or not, but if she's doing them they'll be on her website and I'll link it down below. So yeah, Laura from Adventures in Yarncraft was doing them in lockdown. I was really interested. I'd been watching like a lot of like chem knits. Don't know if you've heard of her, Rebecca. She's American. She dyes a lot of yarn, and she's got a yarn dye on YouTube. She just uses acid dyes, which is what I used actually to dye the hat with, because Laura sent acid dyes. I guess a lot of indie yarn dyers use acid dyes to dye their yarn. So yeah, I really enjoyed it actually, and last summer to do quite a little bit of messing around with dyes and things to dye yarn. I think I'll probably use those dyes to the yarn that I dyed, quite a lot of it, to make some gloves and hats and socks for the kids, I think. So yeah, I made my own little yarn dyeing video. Alright then, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this podcast, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be great. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.